book? And, you know, what is your favorite song? And then when I say that out loud, people I know will say to me, well, then what questions do you want people to ask you? And I think to myself, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea what I want to be asked. Everything kind of makes me feel weird because this is really weird. Because 5 minutes ago, I was out there with you, so I was like this person. I was like this. I'm just in the seat, and I'm like here in the seat with everybody else, and then all of a sudden I'm Sarah.
Person next to you hates you.
No. She looks a little freaked out, but I mean, I think in the end, this will be a really neat memory. And you do look really small up there. You look really short.
I am.
Go walk by the table so I can see what it looks like.
This is basically me at every bar.
You know what, though? It doesn't look that weird because it really does look like a bar table. So, but anyway, the end of my point was that 5 minutes ago I was in the audience and now here I am again, and so it's weird to be up on stage taking questions. So that's it. So
more weirdness, okay? Sir, right here in the glasses. No, it's not Tegan. Ray Colmore, hi, how are you?
I get this question a lot too, but if you had to live for a year as a half person and half hot dog,
Only because you're Ray Colmore and I've known you for so long, I'll answer your question. It's something about hot dogs and half human, half hot dog. Is Ontario some kind of hotspot for making hot dogs? Do you all, is this an industry thing? Like, is it like a big, because I love hot dogs, don't get me wrong. I just went to an amazing Halloween party where we made Velveeta macaroni and then fried hot dogs and put it in it, and it was, I mean, I've eaten in some of the best restaurants around the world, and I was like, this is maybe the best meal I've ever had. Velveeta macaroni with hot dogs. I don't understand totally.
which half of you would you have be human or a hot dog?
I think I would probably have the bottom half of me be a hot dog. Which is probably some sort of like subconscious phallic expression. But anyways. Okay, moving on. Next question. Thanks, Ray.
I have a question.
Fine, Tegan.
You think I sat here through that whole fucking thing because I don't have a question?
Tegan, question.
Okay. I would like to know why you chose the outfit that you did tonight and where you got each item of clothing from.
Okay. Well, these DVD screenings, I learned really quickly. I brought a small suitcase, but I brought 3 pairs of very tight pants that I would normally wear on stage. And then I brought these pants, which I call my hotel pants. And the thing is that when you're on stage playing a show, you're moving around a lot, you're sweating a lot. The pants sort of are more like a girdle, so it feels really exciting to be all tight. But at the screenings, it just was giving me indigestion, and I felt like, because I was sitting a lot, that I just had to wear my hotel pants. And then this shirt is to hide that this is, the reason these are called hotel pants is because they're too big for me and they bulge out. So this shirt hides my hotel bulge. And then this jacket I really did buy for the screenings, and it's awesome. And that's it.
Where did you get your shoes from?
They're not my shoes, I borrowed them for these screenings from someone who has bigger feet than I do.
Will you sign my CD?
No. I'm gonna do a 70-30 split if you don't get back out here. Okay, another question. Okay, how about just right here? Hi.
What's the weirdest thing someone has asked you to sign?
Good projection.
Very strong voice.
It's a question for the back. I don't know if you didn't hear it, but what is the weirdest thing we've ever been asked to sign?
I mean, people bring guitars sometimes, which I feel like I would be terrified. I see that is a piece of a guitar, which is very smart of you and clever. Because bringing a guitar, that seems terrifying. Someone had me sign their iPad the other day, which felt like really upsetting to me because it's not cheap and I don't understand why you'd want me to ruin it. But the other night, someone asked us if we would sign their arm so that they could get it tattooed onto them in front of 500 people at a screening in Los Angeles. And we have really different, like at the beginning of our career we wouldn't have done something like that, but now I'm like, well, if you want to get a gigantic Tegan and Sara tattoo that you'll probably regret later on, that is really up to you. But this was a different situation because it was in front of everybody. So I said that we would do a vote, and if the audience agreed that this was a good decision and that they would be okay with it, that we would do it. And so we put it to a vote, and everybody like was screaming, so I couldn't really tell, but we just kind of assumed that they were into it, so we did it. And then afterwards, like while we were signing, people were yelling out like, "No, don't do that! Why are you doing it?" And I was like, I felt like we'd like, someone later on in life will come up to me and like be the mother of that girl or something, and so I feel shame about that, so anyway.
Okay, how about right here?
Okay, first of all, I just want to say that I saw you guys like at Messaluna on Broadway for like $10, and I just can't believe that 10 years later you still connect with your fan base like this. It's fucking rad. You guys are super respectable. My question is, how do you feel about the song Creeping Out Sara by NOFX, and is there any truth to the conversations you may or may not have had with Fat Mike?
Okay, so the question is, how do I assume you're asking me mostly because I'm Sarah, but
Both of you.
there was a
You
song
too.
called Creeping Out Sara that a band NOFX wrote. And the song, you know, on a surface level, I found it kind of offensive because the implication was that Tegan and I are incestuous, which I find deeply, deeply horrifying and disrespectful. But the truth is that the conversation that he's describing in the song actually happened. He did creep me out, and he and I had a long conversation backstage at a festival in Germany, and not totally a consensual conversation. He kind of came up to me at an internet cafe at the backstage at a festival, and I was with a friend, and we were doing email or whatever, and he just told us all about his. He told us all about himself, and mostly it had to do with sex, and involved his interest in the BDSM community and having a sex dungeon, and yeah,
Said sex dungeon.
just doing my emails in Germany and just had to listen to him talk while also swigging from a red wine bottle. But anyway, it was cute. You know, it was cute. I always like that, but. I mean, the song is truthful. How do I feel about? I mean, I think it's, you know, I think he's offensive, but he's also he's Fat Mike. That's how he is. You know, that's sort of his MO. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. Like, you know, I don't want to fight him or anything. I mean, I think he understood that we didn't totally love the track.
Afterwards, we did talk. I talked with him a little bit. He was still on tour, and when it came out, and everybody was like being like, "NOFX, this is Tegan and Sara," he was horrified, and he and I talked on the phone quite a bit, and then he released a statement. He was like, "We love you guys. We're huge fans. The whole sentiment of the song is supposed to be making fun of myself. Like, I'm disgusting. I'm gross." And you know, we talked a lot about the fact that people, of course, were going to miss that point and instead focus on the incest part and the dildo part and the gay part and all the rest of it. And you know, he wrote a statement. So I used to listen to NOFX. It was really hard for me because I was like, well, not anymore.
Okay, another question. Okay. Yes.
I keep forgetting you guys are up there.
Okay, whoever said the over here thing, I was going to go ahead.